All right, so we are back. We're gonna begin on our mat here. Whatever is comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall, dropping your shoulders, just relaxing, maybe rolling your shoulders back just a bit. From here, we can go ahead and close our eyes gently. Begin by breathing deeply in. Make sure you make your exhale longer than your inhale. And your last exhalation, just sit comfortably, breathing, enjoying this moment, finding your breath. And when you're ready, flutter your eyes open, becoming aware of the sounds, the sights, the smells around you. All right, we're gonna do some warming up, and then we're gonna get into some sun salutations. Just a few things. We're not gonna go too long today, but we do want to get a nice practice in today. It's been a couple days, so we need to go ahead and get a little bit of a workout mentally and physically in today. So if wherever you are, go ahead and release your feet out in front of you. You're gonna find this to be not quite as basic as the last couple videos, so just bear with me. I will give modifications if you're a beginner yogi. So sweeping our hands up here. Nice deep breath in, lengthening through the spine. We're gonna fold forward here with our toes floated towards the earth sky. Wherever you are, if this is your bend, this is perfectly fine. If you want to keep your hands on your shins, or if you want to go a little lower, here is fine as well. With your inhale, go ahead and rise back up, sweeping the hands back up once again, looking at the space between your hands. Deep breath in here, nice and strong, nice and tall, dropping your shoulders, and forward fold one more time here. And come back and release. Very nice. So wherever you are, drawing your feet forward towards you. Drop your knees on one side of the mat and walk your body forward. We're going to go do some cat-cow, warming the spine. So you want to get into your all fours, making sure that your hands and wrists are in alignment with your shoulders. Your feet are flat onto the mat, and the hips and the knees are in alignment as well. And then your legs are about hip width apart. So from here, we're going to take a nice deep breath in, dropping the heart toward the earth. Lifting the tailbone and the forehead up, nice and tall to the sky. And on your exhale, go ahead and drop it back down. We'll do that twice more. Inhale in. And exhale out. When you're exhaling out, drop the shoulders forward. Dropping the head down to the earth. Tucking the tailbone in. Allowing the shoulders to separate. And last one, inhale here. Nice and long, inhale. And exhale. Push everything out, very nice. Very good. All right, we're gonna tuck our toes and go into our first down dog. And we're gonna start our series of sun sals here. So sailing those hips back, dropping the heels down, maybe pedaling them out. Dropping them down toward the earth. Your gaze should be between your knees or your legs. Your fingers should be wide open for a nice balance. Look to the top of your mat. Look back down to your toes, and this time we're going to actually walk our hands back to our feet and then roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. So we're going to add a little bit of challenge in this practice today. Something a little bit different, just to give us a little bit of a variety, if you will. All right, so from here, we can consider this. We can go to the top of our mat if we'd like to here. We'll begin our sun sals here. So as always, swooping the hands up, nice and tall. Forward fold here, so you're hinging at the hips. Placing the hands on the mat here, or on your shins. Slide the hands up for a half lift here. Dropping the hands back down for a nice deep fold here. Dropping the hands on either side of the feet, taking the right foot first, the other back, and then the left. Now, if you'd like to have a modification, you can drop your legs here, and then lower here. But For some of us who want a little bit more challenge today, we're going to stay in plank here and breathe. Turning the elbows in and then slowly lowering to the earth. Pushing the toes forward, going up into a nice upward dog. On your exhalation, tucking the toes, sailing the hips back to down dog, heels down. 2 breaths here. Look at the space between your fingers, bend the knees, and walk or step yourself forward. We're going to move a little bit faster. Deep fold, and round back up. So let's do that twice more. How's that feel? All right. Deep breath in. Fingers up here. We can even add a little bit of a back bend. Here, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Sliding the hands up, half lift. Nice deep stretch. Remember that pull? That's pulling you from here, your tailbone and your head apart. Forward fold back down, nice and deep here. Hands on mat, left foot goes back. And then the right, keeping our core nice and tight. We can hold onto our plank for a few seconds here. Turn the elbows to the body. We can hold the plank here. We can roll forward into your up dog here. Tuck the toes. Sail the hips back. Heels go to the earth. I like to give 2 breaths here. Feels good. Nice stretch. Look at the space between your fingers. Bend your knees and walk yourself forward towards your hands. Fold and roll back up. Nice deep breath. 1 more. Hands here, bend here. Giving yourself a nice stretch. Hinge forward, forward fold, swan dive toward the earth. Hands sliding up the shins, dropping the shoulders down. Go into a nice deep fold here. Hands on either side of the feet. Right foot, left foot goes back. Here, lower, and roll into your up dog here for a nice deep breath. And on your exhalation, dropping the toes. Sending the hips back to the earth for a nice deep stretch. Very nice. Now if we want more of a challenge, we can go out into our plank here. Or we can stay here, walk the left foot in, sending the right foot all the way up for a nice standing split. It's a really nice stretch for your low back here. We can stay here. We can actually bring that knee all the way through, holding it here, sending it back all the way up, breathing with our movement. Our gaze is by our toes, our fingers are nice and wide. 1 more time, bend that knee, bring it all the way in, and let's go ahead and bring it back up. And now go ahead and bring it down, replace the left foot with the right. Same thing in sending it up high. Nice standing split here. Bring that knee in. Holding it here. Sending it back up with our breath. And sending it back in. And then back down here. Spread the toes. Nice down dog. Go ahead and bring the knees down. And go into your first child's pose here. Go and come back up to your tabletop here. Make any adjustments you need to. We're going to go back to our down dog to tuck the toes here. Send the hips back. And this time we're going to walk that left foot in. Right foot is going to go back up 1 more time. This time we're going to bring it through. And we're going to place the foot between the hands here. Walking yourself up nice and safe. Toes are facing forward. You can leave your hands on your hips if you'd like for a little bit more balance. I'm actually sweaty. It's humid out here. The heel is down, heel in the back is down. We got a nice bend in our front knee rather. So here we can swing the hands up. You can take a nice turn here for a spinal twist. Go back to neutral. Let's go back down. Send that right foot back. Back to our down dog here. Replace that left foot, the right foot with the left. Sending it back up. Bringing it through here. Dropping the hand. I've got birds in my yard. And then walking ourselves back up, keeping that bend in our knee. Might be a little wobbly here. Sailing the hands up. Nice final twist. Back neutral, and go ahead and place the hands back down. We can go back to child's pose, down dog, go back to our knees, whatever's comfortable for us here. Take a deep breath, pedal the legs, stretching the back of the legs. Come up on your toes, nice and tall here. Go ahead and bring the knees down. We're back in our tabletop. Walking ourselves back nice and tall here. If this is within your practice and you're able to sit on your legs, that's fantastic as well. We're going to try just a couple more poses. Walking to the center of our mat here. So if this is within your practice and you're able to be on your knees, your hips are shoulder width apart, and you're nice and tall here, we're going to do something really fun, a little challenging. We're going to start off by just simply taking our right hand and reaching to see if we can feel around somewhere to our right heel. So turning the body, the gaze is over the right shoulder. Just see that sensation, feel that, notice how it feels to you, and then bring it forward. And then we'll do the left side. So just reach around, see how that feels. Very good. So stand up nice and tall, let's do both together. Just touch just the tops of your heels, see how that feels. Rounding your shoulders out, hips forward, pelvis forward. Very nice. So from here, if you want to widen the knees a little bit more, maybe that'll help you with your pose. I'm stuck because of the humidity. We can go here, we can stay here. If this is within your practice, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, go ahead and forward fold, dropping the head, back fold, dropping the head down for a nice deep stretch here. Breathing. Come back up. Very nice. See how that feels. Rounding the shoulders, maybe one at a time. So that feels really good. That's camel, and I really love camel. It's a really good stretch for low back. It gives a little pressure off the neck, off the shoulders, but it's a bit of a work. So here we can grab the hands together, maybe just stretching them a little bit more, shoulder stretch. Now let's do camel once more, and then we'll wrap up for the day. So go ahead and lean back, dropping the hands down, and then slowly dropping the head. That's within your practice. When you're ready, go ahead and exhale out of that. Maybe going back to neutral spine, and maybe down to child's pose. Next exhalation, go ahead and come back up. Tuck the toes under. Sail the hips back into your down dog. Stretching the neck, relieving any pressure, any tension. From here, look at the space between your hands. Bend your knees and walk your feet forward toward your hands. Forward fold here. And then rising up one vertebrae at a time here. So we're going to finish up with one of my favorite poses, which is tree pose. And then, of course, afterward, you'll have time for yourself to breathe, maybe even do some meditation or find some time to just have a quiet moment. So tree pose is really fun. It's about a lot of balance and agility and even some flexibility. So wherever you are, taking your right foot, just simply putting your hands on your hips, take your right foot and use that as a kickstand against your left. So if this is within your practice, you want to stay here, this is fantastic. If you want more of a challenge, then you can actually take that right foot and slide it up the left, maybe on the calf. If you want a deeper challenge, you can raise the hands, dropping the shoulders down, bringing them maybe to heart center. And if you want a further challenge, you can actually take that right foot, bringing it in the inside of that left thigh, sitting up nice and tall, squaring your hips, drawing that core, that navel to the spine, Sending the hands up, dropping the shoulders. Hands could be at heart center. They can be here, wherever you are. Just really try to breathe through this pose. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release out of that one. Dropping that foot down gently. Pedaling it out, giving a little bit of circulation to that left foot. And do the same thing on the other side. So wherever you are, again, here is fantastic. Your calf is great. And if you want that deeper challenge, on the inside of that inner thigh, the right thigh rather, hands can be staying on the hips if that's within your practice. You can raise the hands, you can sail them to heart center. But wherever you are, go ahead and breathe through this pose. Really enjoy it, squaring the hips, dropping the shoulders, shoulder blades are down the spine. But really enjoying this moment. Thank you for taking the time with me today. Don't forget to find some time just for a little bit of peace and breathing and relaxation.